Before we head out of Key West, Nelson and I definitely had to stop at the southernmost point buoy here in Key West, Florida. This famous anchored concrete buoy in Key West, Florida is marking the southernmost point of the continental United States, the lowest latitude land of contiguous North American states. It is only 18 feet above sea level. And oh yes, we experience lots and lots of chickens. Yep, they're known to Key West, and boy did we find them. And since we had lots of time on our hands this day, on our way up to Key Largo, we just sort of decided to stop on the side of the road and check out some of the beaches. Some amazing wreckages of old bridges that they've obviously kept around. They're very derelict and very interesting to see. And then we made it to the Turtle Hospital, one of my favorite stops on this whole entire trip. The Turtle Hospital opened its doors in 1986 with 4 main goals: rehab injured sea turtles and release them back into their natural habitat, educate the public by visiting local schools and attending outreach programs, conducting and assisting with research aiding sea turtles in the collaboration with state universities, and finally, working towards environmental legislation, making the beaches and waters safe for the sea turtles. The Turtle Hospital is actually in an old motel, the Hidden Harbor Motel, which provides buildings and space needed to house and care for the sea turtles. The Turtle Hospital offers guided educational programs to the public 7 days a week. The very first part of our tour, we sat down and were schooled all about the turtles.
Yeah, apparently it used to be a roadside motel that they bought, and they had a motel slash the pool. They turned the pool into the rescue center. And then Hurricane Wilma came through in 2005, and completely gutted the place. So the motel is no longer, and they rebuilt. We're going to see what it looks like now.
Hospital. We learned so much about all the different types of turtles that this hospital takes in. And based on their issues or injuries, some of these turtles will never leave this hospital. That's right, they will live here throughout their whole entire lives. The Turtle Hospital contains up-to-date equipment needed to perform a variety of surgeries on different species of sea turtles. More than half of their equipment has been donated by local hospitals, doctors, and environmentally friendly organizations and individuals.
Bow strike, so you can possibly tell on the back of their shell that very deep wound on their shell. That was due to a bow strike, as well as the right front flipper that is missing due to another predator's attack, so usually a shark, so that sea turtle is missing a front right flipper.
Many sick or injured sea turtles can be helped. The Turtle Hospital treats a variety of ailments such as intestinal impactions caused from ingestion of discarded materials or excess crustaceans in their diet, shell damage caused by boat collisions, entanglement injuries from fishing gear and foreign matter. Most commonly treating for, and forgive me for my pronunciation, fibropapillomatosis, a disease that affects over half of the juvenile green sea turtle population around the world. These are little tumors that you might see around their eyes and growths around their body. It's a result of virus triggered by water pollution and the red tide. This is currently the only known disease affecting wild animals on a global basis. The motel-like structure next to our guide here is actually a motel for the researchers. They come here, they work, they live.
Hey Nelson, are you going to try to feed it one?
I am.
Sweet. Oh my goodness, they're going to love you. You just toss it?
Yeah, we're going to toss it all together and one by one. That's okay.
Ooh. Ooh, here we go. Some food, everybody. You didn't have to go very far for that one, did you?
This is the 100,000 gallon saltwater pool which was formerly the swimming pool for the motel guests. Today, the tidal pool houses sea turtles that are permanently disabled, disqualified from release because they have a positive buoyancy syndrome, or bubble butt as they call it. A select few will remain in the hospital for the remainder of their lives as permanent residents, while others will be adopted to qualifying zoos and aquariums all over the globe. Both Nelson and I really loved the tour, everything that they're doing in this particular hospital. It's all by donation, and highly recommend this tour if you're ever in the Florida Keys. Definitely check out the Turtle Hospital.
So that was super fun, the Turtle Hospital. That was super fun.
Yeah, it was very cool.
Yes, highly recommend that.
Doing some great work in there, really.
Yeah, and highly recommend if you're ever in the area. One thing I'm going to say, and I've just got to say it now so I don't forget, coming down the Keys yesterday, and now we're going up to Key Largo today, we've noticed so many police cars, state police troopers, cars parked, and it took us about, I don't know, maybe 6 or 7 of the cars going down yesterday to realize...
There are a lot of state troopers here. But,
there are.
But
the ones parked on the side of the road?
They're empty.
They're empty. And all I could think of was having worked for the police departments in Canada. I'm like, that's expensive equipment just sitting there. And I know what they're doing. They're just deterring people from speeding and
totally.
Things like that. But oh my God, they're like full-on cars.
Yeah, these aren't like old, decrepit POS, cruisers. These are nice.
I'm like, wow, these guys have money. Because where I come from, we couldn't give up something like that. Even if it was like slightly broken or anything, we'd be using it. So anyway, I thought I'd say that before I forgot. Because we definitely noticed it. Probably after the 6th one, I started looking. I'm like, why? There's just so many.
So many.
Yeah, I'm looking like.
Mind you, there is also a training facility for state troopers here, apparently, right? Like,
yeah.
We drove past it.
Yeah, and that's pretty cool. But yeah, after about the 6th one, we started watching, and we're like, there's nobody in the seats. No one in the seat. No one in the seat. So we're like, okay. But there are state troopers because, we see the red and blues flashing. People have been pulled over with different types and looks of vehicles, like police vehicles.
Yeah, totally.
So yeah. Anyway, good on them. Can't believe they have the money to do that, but I'm impressed. So kudos, thumbs up. And yeah, and again, if you guys are ever in the Keys, the Turtle Hospital is super cool. I love turtles myself. And it was so cool to see all the turtles and the different things that they're doing to help them recover. Some of them are going to be there forever. So, it is what it is. But at least...
apparently anytime a turtle gets struck by
a boat,
like a prop from a boat, it puts air bubbles underneath their shells so they can no longer dive. So when they rescue them, they're no longer releasable into the wild.
That's right. And they had to put weights on them to keep them, their butt ends, like if the strike's near the back or the rear, they'll float up and their butts will be in the air. So they put these weights onto their tortoise shell to help them, but they will never be released.
Yeah, but they grow and the weights fall off, so can't put them back out in the wild.
Yeah. So anywho, very cool. Yeah, good stuff. I would definitely say that. But I also had to talk about the police cars because I was like, this is crazy. I love it. I mean, it works. But I'm like, wow, you have a lot of money. Must be really good taxes down here. But anyway, that's it for now. We're on our way to Key Largo, and we're not quite sure what we're going to do today because today was a little bit different. We were supposed to go over to Dry Tortugas this morning, but that has been canceled.
Yep.
So we wandered around this morning, some pictures, went to the Turtle Hospital.
Yeah, we didn't cancel the Dry Tortugas thing. The company that flies out there called and said, yeah, we had a bird strike on the engine, and the plane had to fly to Miami or go to Miami to have the engine rebuilt because they ingested a bird. So yeah, I'm happy with that. That's cool.
So so we're gonna be a little bit early getting into Key Largo. So we're just gonna see what there is to see and see what we can get up to. And I'm not sure if we can get into our hotel quite this early because it's 12:30 right now. We'll be there in less than an hour, just under an hour. So yeah, anyway, thought I'd just update you guys. And yeah, that's that. All right, see you on the flip side. I thought we'd have a snack. I've got an ice cream, but Nelson has to try.
Yep, because you can't come to the Keys without getting the famous key lime pie. So let's see. We went to the Keys Chocolate and Ice Cream Shop in Key Largo. Hopefully I can get this over.
Making you work for it.
Totally making it work. All right. Let's see what we got here. Apparently, real key lime pie is yellow, not green.
Ah, so they put like coloring into the ones that are not real. And what's the verdict?
Oh, that's pretty good.
Nice and like tangy?
Yeah, it's a bit tangy. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Might have to actually go for an ice cream scoop of key lime pie ice cream after.
I've got the banana monkey bites. I think it's like banana based with like little cookies. It's very good.
Excellent.
Mm-hmm.
Well, here we are, about to go sailing in about 2 hours. So we figured we'd come for a quick recce. We're going on a glass bottom boat. It's really, really handy because the hotel is like right there. A whole lot of awesome at the Holiday Inn in Key Largo, because this is the view off our deck. We did the walk a bit ago when we were waiting for the room to firm up, like to get cleared out. Right along here in front of these boats. And in about half an hour, we're gonna go on that, the glass bottom boat. And we're gonna go out for 2 hours. Nothing but awesome.
Check out the African Queen. So it says Humphrey Bogart and Katharine Hepburn's original movie. The boat, the African Queen, star of the movie, was named after her.
Yeah.
The adventurous queen has been around the world twice, and we can look her up. And for all the unique nostalgic experiences, you can take a cruise.
Ooh,
So this is the
African
original
Queen.
one. So it does pay to be impromptu with everything. Unfortunately, having to change everything we did this morning. We came here, we didn't know what else to do this afternoon, and we were like, oh, what are the odds that we can get in at 4 o'clock? Because we didn't actually arrive here until about 2, and our hotel room will be ready for 3 o'clock. It's perfect because we're heading on the 4 p.m. tour. It's a 2-hour tour, not a 3, so we won't get stranded.
Theoretically.
Hopefully. But yeah, we're really looking forward to it, and it was totally impromptu, so sometimes it's just good to go with the flow. So I'm super stoked about it. I think it'll be a lot of fun. Going on a 2-hour cruise, not a 3-hour, so we won't get lost. Let's hope.
Let's hope.
Yeah, it's gonna be so much fun. They even have cocktails on here, so I'm super
we're totally
excited.
getting cocktails.
Yes.
That's all there is to it.
Yes, and it's very hot. It must be so much fun. There's always something to be said about being impromptu and just doing something that you didn't have planned.
Yeah,
So-
and yeah, rum and cokes are going to happen here. That's for me at least.
Or pina colada.
Pina colada.
Key Largo is the first key you come to when visiting the Florida Keys by car. This northernmost key is also the longest at 33 miles. Spanish gave its name Key Largo, or Long Key. For many years, the communities on Key Largo were all lumped together under the name of Rock Harbor. This changed due to the popularity of the movie Key Largo, filmed in 1948, starring Humphrey Bogart, Lauren Bacall, Edward G. Robinson, and others.
We made it to the bow.
Yeah.
We're like one of like 8 people up here. And it's beautiful. And we're about to go right out to the open ocean. And it's going to be a little bumpy. And I'm so excited.
It's a little sporty
A
out
little
there.
sporty, which I'm okay with.
The Key Largo Princess is a luxurious 75-foot or 140-passenger glass-bottom aluminum motored yacht. We enjoyed this 45-minute voyage just out to the reef about 7 miles off where we are right now. As mentioned earlier, it was a bit sporty out there, as you can see, but we really loved it. And I couldn't believe how shallow we were, but again, we were going to the reefs. Once we reached the reef, we were able to observe the coral reef through our large viewing window, which are large enough for everyone to observe the reef at the same time and are located along the center of the boat and installed flat so that there is no distortion other than what the nature creates. On our next episode, Nelson, Monty, and I will take you on our 2-day journey from Key Largo, Florida to Houston, Texas. We check out the Florida Everglades with Captain Mike and have some fun learning about alligators and all things flora and fauna in the area. We were able to spot a mama with all of her little babies. These ones were a year old, if you can believe it. They're pretty small. As we continue on to Houston, we actually stop off in Alabama for Nelson's very first Buc-ee's stop. It's a must if you're in the southern states. So come hitch a ride for day number 9 and day number 10 with us.